Hi guys, welcome to TechBased. In this video, we're going to talk about another Windows 11 25H2 issue and the latest update for 25H2 on the main release, which is the build 26200.8457 or build code KB5089549. Microsoft has updated their official blog post with a new known issue that states this update can cause installation failures with the error code 0x800.F0922. In this video, we're going to talk about this new known issue and how to fix it because there are a few workarounds that are available and I'm going to show them to you in this video. If you enjoy videos like these, please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to the TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. So let's begin with the video. As I've said, if you have the before mentioned update or a newer update, you may encounter this new issue, and this is how Microsoft is describing it. After you install this update, some devices might fail to complete installation with error code 0x800F0922. This issue occurs on devices that have limited free space on the EFI system partition, especially if it has 10 megabytes or less available. And this is what you might experience on affected devices. The update installs successfully during the initial phases, and the installation fails during the restart phase at approximately 35 to 36 completion. Windows then rolls back the update, and you may see the message something didn't go as planned, undoing changes, and the installation fails with the error code 0x800F0922. And you also may see some log entries in the following location that Microsoft is providing that indicate insufficient free space on the EFI system partition, space check, servicing boot files failed, also space check. Now let's check out some of the official workarounds that Microsoft is providing. The first option would be to allow the update to install by modifying an ESP registry setting. So first of all, what it is highly recommended is to completely back up your registries, because of course when modifying registries there's also a risk if anything goes wrong, registries might get corrupted. So open up the registry editor by using the search box and then go to File and then Export. This way you're going to be able to export all your registries, and you can name this file backup, save it to your desktop, and you should be good to go. Of course you have to wait a bit because registries will take a bit of time to back up and save, and basically have a backup that you can come back to in case anything goes wrong during the process of changing these registries. This process is also recommended by Microsoft. Now let's try the official workaround. Microsoft provides an official command that will automatically modify these registries. So open up the CMD, type in the search box CMD, and then click on Run as Administrator, and on User Account Control, click on Yes. Inside CMD, copy and paste in the following command, and the operation should be completed successfully. As you can see, this is just a command that changes up the ESP padding %, and now what you have to do, exit out from the CMD and restart your computer, and then you can just try to reinstall the update again. There's also a second option that Microsoft is providing, and that is mitigate the issue by using known issue rollback. And basically this helps Microsoft see what's wrong and fix the issue faster. So as you can see, the resolution has already propagated automatically to consumer devices and non-managed business devices, and as Microsoft is stating, restarting your Windows device might help the resolution apply more quickly. Also, for enterprise managed devices, Microsoft is announcing that IT administrators can apply the mitigation by installing and configuring a special group policy. You can find the policy at Computer Configuration, Administrative Templates, and the group policy that is named listed below in the official article from Microsoft, which we're going to have in the article below in the video description if you need it. So this is basically the latest known issue related to this update for Windows 11. This latest update, even if you're on a higher update, you may still encounter this. So it's good to try and fix this by using this method and all the methods that Microsoft is officially providing. As I've said, more information will be in the article below or on the official Microsoft blog post. And also, as a bonus to this video, Microsoft is also announcing that this update adds a new secure boot folder under the C partition and then Windows. If you go to local disk C, Windows, and then you're going to see here a new secure boot folder, which basically just allows you to see the state of your secure boot certificates. This is only available on eligible devices, so if you have this folder, you should be good to go. This is basically added from the last patch Tuesday. So this was the video for today. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to the TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. I was Emmanuel from TechBased. Until next time, have a nice day.